What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of the Couples Chronicles with April, the lovely April Shamel, and myself, Lou, as we get ready to embark on this journey, touching on topics of intersexual dynamics, dating in the modern era. We'll be touching on a couple topics of the red pill community and the traditionally conservative community, on topics of dating, faith, life, relationships, um, just general day-to-day stuff with intersexual dynamics, and try to impart some of our wisdom.
Yes, our wisdom, and just getting together and just seeing who we are and who we are as a couple, and just taking our part. So we might have different standpoints on different things, but just coming together and just having dialect and just having a good time. So we're excited for our episode 1. So you guys stay tuned.
Without any further ado, though, let's get into the first episode that we're gonna react to and let you guys see what we're talking about.
We got our first single guy. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
My name is Shad. I'm 34.
And Shad, what do you do?
I'm the owner of Opulence Imports in South Florida. And basically, we do performance parts for vehicles. We ship worldwide, and we actually do track bills as well.
Okay. What do you like to do for fun?
So, jet skis, dirt bikes.
Okay.
I like to play pool.
Okay.
Swimming, going to the beach. And I like to dance.
All right. Now, what do you look for in a...
Now, just for the record, I want to state, for those of you who don't know, this is a show called Pop the Balloon or Find Love. The lady you see hosting it is Arletta Amuli. And this is a dating show where if they like you, they'll keep their balloon inflated. If they see something wrong or they find something distasteful about what you said, they will pop the balloon and they will go and ask them what their reasons were. Right?
Yes. And so from him coming out, okay, he seems like he's a nice guy. I like how he was thinking before he spoke, and he's well dressed also too. So let's see what these ladies are going to say about this gentleman here.
It's definitely interesting to see why some people turn some people down and why some do not. So it's definitely something interesting, something worth watching and diving into, because the dating game has gone a little bit crazy.
Yes.
And so we're just gonna go ahead and dive into that real quick. But I will say he did come out very respectful, very well put together. Pause. Very well spoken, articulate. Seems like he has a good business mind on his head. So let's see how these ladies react to this gentleman.
Woman.
I look for a caring woman, someone that's kind, considerate. Someone that's kind, considerate, knows what she wants out of life.
Notice he said that twice.
Twice, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a nurturer.
Women, listen.
All right. Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Lack of empathy.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say selfishness.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Not having vision, a purpose for your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say that's it for now.
Okay, that's good. All right, so none of the ladies have popped their balloon yet. You're doing well. So let me go ahead and hand you a pick. I'm gonna have you hold on to that, and I know this is the hard part.
Oh, he's got to pop balloons?
2 balloons.
Yes. So yeah. Okay. So
Whenever you're ready.
In front of their face?
in front of their face.
Oh.
So me personally, my 2 what I would have picked was one in the white and the blue, but I don't know what he's gonna do now. But
Yes, they
let's see.
are.
He's taking his time. He's
Yeah.
evaluating the
Okay.
display.
Okay, and one more.
Okay.
Her face, she's looking at him like,
Hold on, wait a minute.
talk about a high pressure situation though. Like, what if the girl reacts negatively to you popping her
No,
balloon?
yes.
Okay, let's start with the first one you ended up popping. If
We
we
don't
can have
deal with
your
rejection.
opinion.
Well, because you got to have.
I'm 31. And Carmela, what do you do?
I'm a flight attendant.
So why did you have your balloon unpopped?
I was just listening to everything that he said. He seemed very much for, so I just wanted to get more.
Okay, is he someone that is your type?
Yes, absolutely.
So why did we end up popping her balloon?
You're a very beautiful woman. I love your locks. You did a great job with your makeup. Your lashes on fleek.
Hey.
I don't believe.
I'd say, based off of the lineup here, more of the physique, I'd be a little bit more attracted to some of the other women based on that.
Was he zooming in on her feet?
Yeah. All right.
Cameraman got a foot fetish. All right.
Let me see.
Carmela, what do you do? I'm a clinical therapist. So why did you have your balloon unpopped?
I just wanted to hear him out. I liked the things he said about what he did for fun. Very spontaneous. So yeah, I just wanted to hear him out.
Okay.
Do girls like guys with foot fetishes?
It just depends.
I guess if they.
Yeah, I guess it really depends.
Never
And
been
then
my
ladies too, one thing I noticed you guys' posture. When you gotta be more commanding of the room. When somebody walks in and you gotta be more commanding. Because it's like I feel like you're not as confident if you have your arm to here, or I understand, I know you might be nervous or whatever, but guys feed off of that. Don't you think, babe? Because I'm like, I don't know, this is something about.
Well, we can definitely tell if you're uncomfortable or if you're shy or if you have self-esteem issues.
Mm-hmm.
Your posture, your demeanor, definitely is radiating off of you.
Yes.
People can definitely read it if they're in tune. If they have any type of common sense and can read a room or read people. Yeah, it's definitely.
And I think too. That's why he might have popped her balloon too. Because she's an attractive young lady, but I bet there might have been something that he probably felt.
To you, maybe.
No, yeah, no,
not saying that you think that way.
No, yeah, just saying from
Yeah, don't get me wrong. She looks like she's neat, but yeah, not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
So to each his own. Not shout out to the young lady not taking a shot or nothing like that. Just not my thing. But let's get back to it.
Yeah.
So why'd you end up popping her balloon?
Beautiful smile. I love the nose piercings. They're nice. Your attire is A1. I don't really have any complaints about you. I'd say I'm just more physically drawn to the other one.
Okay.
Thank
you.
Okay, let's head back. All right, so we do have 5 remaining ladies. Go ahead and ask them a question to help you narrow it down. Let's start here. Name and age.
Hey, my name is Shalane. I am 32 years old.
And Shalane, what do you do?
I am an office manager for a really big company, and I also model part-time to supplement that income.
All right, so if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
I'm thinking empathy maybe would be a good answer. I kind of forget the question.
Want me to repeat it for you?
So when you don't remember the question, it means to me.
That is important to you.
Okay.
You're not paying attention to him, so it means you're not even interested in him.
I'm glad you said it, because if I'd have said it, it'd have been like I'm just bashing women.
Yeah.
And that's not what we're here for.
Yeah, not at all. Yes.
But I do notice that one of the big disconnects in dating nowadays is that guys are kind of taught from very young that you know, you have to be a gentleman. You open the door for the lady,
Mhm.
ladies first. You know, that she's the softer species. You should be the gentleman and do certain things. So you're kind of taught from a young age as a guy what to expect from a woman.
Yes.
And how to treat a woman.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like the ladies are not being taught how to treat a man. They're being taught what to expect from a man, but not how to treat a man. So one of the largest disconnects is that they're not even being taught how to be in tune with what the man wants. There's just what I want, yeah, and never what their significant other wants.
Yes. And that's the thing about it too. It's like ask the questions so you will know, okay, what is my partner like? What does he want? What does he love? What is his love languages? What is it that he needs from me? Because I need to ask him, what do you need from me? Because sometimes I might not be able to, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I might, okay, Lord, okay, what do you want me to do? Like, I just need to know. Because if I don't ask you those questions, then we'll be in a trickling cycle over and over again. So I'm not never giving you what you need.
Another great point. A lot of women have this mindset that he should know what I want.
No.
He should know what I need.
No.
We're not mind readers, nor are you.
No.
So the communication is key, right? Taking the time to study your partner, find out what he or she likes, what their field of work is. How can you help and make their life a little easier? How can you be an asset as opposed to a liability? And you know, people get all caught up about genders and everything, but in reality, the institution of marriage was instituted by God.
My God, yes.
And so there's a role to play as a man, and there's a role to play as a woman.
Yes.
So while society may try to change the norms, we have to remember that marriage is this institution instituted by God, not by society. It's not a social construct. It's not some man-made thing.
No.
The first two people on the planet were married by the Most High.
Yeah.
So,
and we're going to get into that in another episode. We're going to dive deep into that.
It's nice because it allows you to like understand people and just you're able to kind of relate to people more and just have more compassion towards people. And I think having compassion towards your fellow humans is super important. So that's
kind of looks like young Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
I appreciate your answer.
Your name and age.
Hi, my name is Lynn. I'm 28. And Lynn, what do you do? I'm a design engineer. So if you want to go ahead and just answer his question. What do you mean by intrinsic?
Okay, so extrinsic would be in the realm of social.
These are college graduates. See, the school system. Well, never mind.
So basically, the opposite of that. Something you can't see physically off. You know, initial something that's like internal.
That I value.
Yes.
For me, I would say humbleness. Just based off what I do for work and like how far I've come, I would say that I'm very humble with where I am today. And I just feel like
take your time.
Yeah, take your time. It's okay. You look, you on the show. Look, first of all, I'll be nervous too.
You never know the different paths that people walk. So I never judge a book by its cover, regardless of how much money you have or how much money you don't. I just feel that everyone should just be humble. And yeah, I would say humbleness. Yeah. Based off like my lifestyle and kind of like my day to day, I don't feel that I'm better or lesser than anyone. It's kind of just like, I just view everyone as equal, essentially. Yeah, it's humbleness. Yeah.
I appreciate your answer and your transparency. Okay. And you said you were 28?
Yes, 28.
Beautiful.
All right, let's go over here. Your name and age.
My name is Waverly, and I am 30 years old.
Okay, and Waverly, what do you do?
I am a digital marketing manager and a college professor and consultant.
Right. So if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
An intrinsic value that I really value is going to be my faith, just because it's taken me a long way in life. And it's something that like you can essentially hold close to you at night. Like when the money's gone, if you don't have a place to sleep, like the Father, the Holy Spirit, Yeshua is my foundation.
Okay, I like that she knows his
I
name.
know she knows his name. Okay.
Over here, your name and age.
Impressive.
Ayana, and I'm 27. Ayana, what do you do?
I'm a personal trainer.
And if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
What a pop.
Okay. So what I would say is,
Oh, not Lauren Hill.
my years, definitely being adaptive.
Oh, she popped.
Grace. Life is not perfect. You're gonna go through things.
I know she feel like she over there like,
So I feel like it's up to the person to know, okay, let me adjust. Or let me make
And she
let me
did the
pivot
little
a little
side
bit.
eye. Don't look over there.
The societal norms. So that's what I would say is the main factor that I take in. It's always being
Or
adaptive,
camera.
giving myself
Hey,
grace.
hide from the camera after you pop the balloon. She's still doing it. What do we do? Wait a minute, folks.
Wasn't
Right.
it? Look.
Hi, I'm Nam.
You're on camera, young lady.
Bartender, singer-songwriter, model,
Okay.
overall creative.
This is hilarious.
Oh, good.
All right, if you want to go ahead and answer his question.
So an intrinsic value that I have is accountability. Whenever I feel as though that I've mistreated someone, I automatically apologize. Or even if they didn't state that they felt harm, I recap things that happened and I reach out to them and say, hey, was this an issue? Like, how can we fix this? Were you okay with this? So I would say accountability.
Okay.
Wonderful. I love it.
Because a lot
That's
of
the female's kryptonite.
Get to
What?
Accountability.
accountability.
For me, it was just the initial attraction. It just wasn't immediate. But I like everything you had to say, though.
Thank you.
Now, is she someone that's your type?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, she popped the balloon as well.
Yes.
Her whole decorum,
So both of them pop.
her sense of style is amazing. I love women, so
I beg to differ. I don't like them pants.
I say that to say
That's something. That's something I would wear.
I don't have
I know.
A little leather
when it comes
pants.
to how a woman
Sweat
puts
your
herself together. I love women. So I would never, if I see a woman that takes time and to put into her appearance, whether it's makeup, whether it's her lashes, whether it's her hair, accessories, stuff like that, I look at that as she's putting forth the effort and trying to show me her best.
Oh, Lauren here,
self.
look, she like,
So
I don't even want
that's
to
what I
ask
like
me.
about your decor.
Thank you. Intrinsic value is like religion and her faith, and all of that. You said that it was your response was perfect. I think I'm not a religious person, so if you value that, then I'm probably like not the person for you because I'm not a religious person. So that's why I popped.
And
Pause. Okay. When it comes to religion and wanting to be in a relationship with a man, that's one thing. You had to have a relationship with God, because nowadays this new society, and they don't know if they want to be an atheist or so who. I don't understand. Like, okay,
Where's your moral compass?
where your moral where's it coming from? Because you want one thing from a man, but and this man right here, he loves God. So I'm like, okay, what? Okay, so I don't understand, ladies. Like, why the disconnect from God? What is the disconnect from God? What are you? Because I know a lot of people have not been taught, but however, as you getting older and learning different things or whatever, but I don't know.
This is part of the reason for this show. This is part of the reason why we decided to do this podcast.
Yeah.
Correct. The modern dating scene is this young hookup culture, this Netflix and chill.
Oh yes. That's
This,
okay. Yep, that's it.
This Netflix and chill ideology, right? And people, I'm old enough to know that it wasn't this generation that started it. A lot of people like to blame Gen Z and all that, but they just changed the name to Netflix and chill. It used to be called a booty call.
A booty call, yes.
Okay.
A booty call, yes.
So it's not like this is a new thing. It's just gotten so bad and so rampant that the nuclear families have dwindled to very, very little. Very seldom do you now find a husband, wife, and kids living together, growing together, and building that family unit. And this started before my generation.
Yes.
It didn't start with Gen Z. It
No,
didn't start with Gen X. Shout out to Gen X.
Yes.
But it started way before that, right? And the perpetuation of it through media and everything else kind of has indoctrinated people to think that it's okay for premarital sex and shacking up and all of this stuff. But people forget that your body is your temple. If you defy your temple, the spirit of the Most High cannot reside in it.
Yes.
So this ideology that people have now where they're just spiritual and not religious, I understand, that religion can lead you down the wrong path because religion is a lot of traditions and man's ideologies.
Yes.
If you go into the scriptures and search the scriptures and study to show thyself approved, you'll see that a lot of these man-made doctrines are not scriptural based. But if you take away those man-made ideologies and get back to the Bible, it is a beautiful thing. And it touches on every topic in the world. There's nothing new under the sun. There's not a topic that is too taboo for the scriptures to help you through. So this ideology of not wanting to be with somebody who's grounded in faith and has a solid foundation or relationship with God baffles me, because these are the same women who later on will be like, where are all the good men? But when the good men were trying to court you, you didn't want them because they had a relationship with God. So you pick the bad boys who are going to run you through the mud, probably beat on you, cheat on you, have a kid outside of the relationship. And then you're like, where are the good guys? You friend zone them, or you curve them, or you look past them because they don't fit a certain criteria.
Or he's too short, or he's this and everything. But you might miss your blessing like that. You miss your blessing. You just never know. You miss your blessing. Okay, let's go back to.
If you don't mind me asking, what do you believe in?
Honestly, right now, I'm not sure. I grew up Pentecostal, like heavily Christian.
Oh, and you know better.
Oh, Jesus, help the children.
Core beliefs in terms of religion.
You know better.
Okay, well, I respect that. Okay. I would never put anyone down based on their journey, because we're all on a journey.
We're on a journey, yeah.
So I respect that. I believe that
work out your own salvation through fear and trembling.
Belief systems and still respect each other. Okay. So I respect you.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
No, she's someone that's your type.
Absolutely. I'm, all beautiful ladies.
All of them his type.
With the shortcut. I do. The color in the hair, everything is,
I appreciate that. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, little Lauryn Hill.
Right.
Okay,
she do remind me of a young Lauryn Hill.
Go ahead and ask them another question.
You need a producer to edit that out.
Producer.
Say, it's okay if your passion brings you money, but if you were to do something that did not pay you money and you would still find enjoyment out of that, what would that passion be?
Okay. Let's start over here.
Great question.
My name and age.
Yeah, just answer the question.
Okay.
Another wasn't with it.
You didn't have to like your dad. You can talk about that. You didn't all that. You can talk about it. Girl, just get through it, child. Answer the question.
Just welcoming. So like I'm cooking, baking, hosting. Yeah, I love all of that. Yeah.
Cool.
I appreciate your answer.
Okay.
And over here, answer this question. Fitness. I love the gym. I live in the gym most of the time. So as long as I'm able to do that, it just makes me feel more so wholesome. Yeah. Okay. And let's go to our last.
What?
Okay, I don't want to get canceled on episode 1. I do not want to get canceled on episode 1. So I'm going to refrain from saying what just popped into my mind. I'm going to refrain because I will talk if you don't have nothing nice to say.
Don't say it at all.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, let's proceed.
All right.
Lady, answer.
So obviously I would say singing, songwriting. I just really love incorporating sounds of nature in order to just really relax humanity. So
Can I ask you a question? what genre of music?
Man,
Oh, so originally I started with R&B, but I'm kind of all over the place right now.
yes,
I want to dance,
you are.
I'm a piano. I also want to do a little bit of rap.
She said,
a
"I'm
little bit of
piano."
alternative. So I mean,
Piano.
Okay, girl.
Hey, it's time to
That's
pop the
piano.
balloon. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pop one.
Okay, let's see. Waverly. Oh, yeah?
So why did
Okay.
you have your balloon unpop?
So I wanted to hear him out. I think he's a well-versed person. But for me, originally, I was going to pop because he seemed very hesitant when it came to me. And then I heard him talking about like body physiques and stuff like that, which is fine. You like what you like. So me just picking up the lineup, I'm like, okay, he has a better.
So you was already in your head already thinking, you don't know what he like.
That's what it was. That was my thought.
Got it. So why did you end up popping her balloon?
Be
Like a
honest
pump
with you,
fake.
when I saw you do that pump fake,
Oh shit.
at first it was hard because I was really examining all three exceptional options. You know, all three of you are my type. You get what I'm saying? So I see beauty in different ways.
Told you all of them was his type.
Yeah, yeah.
One thing might not fit me, but maybe you might fit me. You know, so I just popped basically because I saw you do the pump fake, like you about to pop it. So I was like, you know what? If you're hesitant about me,
Pump fake on the 25-yard line.
Sure.
We were thinking the same thing. You pump faded
We
first.
locked in. Yeah.
We know that both of them play football.
Okay, Sean, go ahead and ask our two remaining ladies another question.
Wide receiver running back.
Pause. Big back, big
Do
back.
you value romance? And if you do, what would be a romantic date in your mind? You know, from start to finish, what would your ideal?
Good question.
Good
That's a
question.
good question
So there.
because that kind of lets you
You
know the character of the woman.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
So a romantic.
I gotta give him his props. He's asked some very good
Yeah,
questions
yeah.
to
I don't know.
kind of
I
make
would
them
say I'm
expose
very
themselves.
easygoing. We can honestly do whatever. It really depends on how attentive we are to each other. If we're actively listening, you could even just pick an apple off the tree and just tell me to eat it. And I know it sounds real.
What?
I'm someone who's real simple. Like we can just take a walk in the park, have a really in-depth
That's the first time I ever heard it.
You can take an apple off a tree and just tell me to eat it. Okay, first of all, what city do you live in that just has random apple trees just at your disposal where you can just reach and grab down apples?
Was
Because
it Granny Smith?
Granny Myth is that sounded
Very delicious.
that sounded like a pre-rehearsed answer
Yeah.
to not sound like a gold digger. Oh, you could just pick an apple from a tree and tell me to eat it, and I will. Come on, man. That's
That's a new one. I never heard. That's my first time ever hearing that before.
you know what? I gotta say, the red pill community has helped a lot of men to figure out the way the modern woman thinks and the way modern women approach dating.
Mm-hmm.
But they've also given a lot of women talking points that will help them to further con a man, because now they kind of know what we're looking for, and now they just say what we want to hear, and makes it harder for us to vet.
That's how you need it. That's when now men have to dig a little deeper
and really
and
observe,
really observe and see. I said observe.
Observe.
Yeah. To see what this woman is really all about, because is she really the same what I'm going to want to hear, or is this what she really is all about?
Yeah. Does she have an ulterior motive? Is she with me for something other than me? Is there something she's hoping to gain?
Yeah.
Just to really vet her and find out the character of the person, because now they know a lot of the things that we're looking for. Whereas before, and still very many women do not know what men want. They just know what they want. And then they wonder why they don't get married, because you don't know what a man is looking for, nor are you attempting to put yourself in a position to be able to provide it.
Yeah. That's true, man.
and not saying provide financially.
No, not financially.
Men do not look for women to
men don't look for
provide.
that. Yeah, men don't look for that. A lot of women do think that men look for a woman that has money. No, that's not what they're looking for.
Yeah, we can care less about your career.
Yeah.
Not to sound
No.
But we know that we're meant to provide and protect.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we don't look to a woman for her financial ability
Mm-hmm.
or capability. We look to a woman for her femininity, her nurturing, her kindness, how she treats her mom, how she treats children. Is she going to be the type of person to take care of you when you're sick? Is she reliable? We look for those intangible qualities, something that you can't put a price on.
Yes.
But I digress. Let's get back to the video.
Conversation. So, and then in the night under the stars, maybe just sitting on a blanket. So.
That sounds so pre-rehearsed. That sounds so pre-rehearsed.
Over to them now. So, ladies, any questions for him? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, what you got, girl?
Go for it. Okay.
She seems like she's memorized.
My first
She's
one
like,
is, have you partaken any what's it called? Any drug use of any kind?
No.
Y'all subscribe to the channel. This woman's on drugs. She just said it.
Okay. What is if you are a man of faith, like what is your faith in, like what does your day-to-day look like with spending time
So
with
her
God?
faith is apparently Buddha.
That you do.
So I'm a Christian. And basically my day-to-day walk would be me waking up in the morning. First thing I do, I have like a bottle of water by my bed. I drink that. I pray to God, thank him for waking me up this morning, for giving me the, all my faculties on my body are in perfect working order. A lot of people take that for granted, to be able to just wake up and get out of your bed on your own will.
Yes.
And to be healthy, so I don't take that for granted. And I thank him every day for that. That's the first thing I do.
Yeah, because someone didn't
take it. A lot of people take that for granted. They think this is given. No, not
tomorrow's not promised.
So when I wake up,
what is written in that good book?
Everything from what I eat to, showering. I'm always like talking to him at different intervals of the day. Like I'd say like a little short prayer, like, all right, I'm about to go on the street.
I do that. I talk to him throughout the day. Yeah.
People.
You got to, because you got to.
It's along my journey to get there and get back to my family, safely.
Yeah. When we took our trip, what did we do before we even started the car?
We had to pray. Anything we do, we always pray before.
I live in South Florida. Do you have any children? And where do you live?
I live in Dallas.
Texas. Okay. Perfect. Yes.
All right. Let's head down over here. Okay. Any questions over here?
Absolutely. Do you believe in crying in front of your woman?
Why would you want your man to cry in front of you?
I
don't want my man to cry in front of me.
Crying person, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I do show emotion and I do show vulnerability. But to break out crying, I'm not built like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm built as I have like an intestinal fortitude inside of me. So if something's going bad, I recoup, regather my.
Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah.
They say I have intestinal fortitude.
Yeah.
That is a lost thing nowadays.
Yeah.
Look, I get crying if your mom passes away, God forbid, a child or a sibling or something like that, right? But this conception that these modern people have that a man should just be so emotional that he cries whenever the mood changes. Like, no, the biological nature, the biological imperative of a female and a male are completely different.
Yes.
Your biological imperative is to nurture and care for a child and help to bring them to a state where they can survive. My biological imperative is to go and provide nourishment and sustenance for you and the children and protect at all costs you and the children. From the basic level to the most minimalist level, that is our biological imperative. Okay, without trying to ruffle the feathers of any community or any specific group of people, because that's not the aim of the show. We're not
yeah.
here to tear anybody down. But the biological nature of a man is not to be crying. It's not. Okay, a woman wants a man who knows that she can depend on when times are hard, through tough situations, through any up and down that you may go through, the ebbs and flows of life. You don't want a man who's crying and having nervous breakdowns. That doesn't assure you that you're in a stable place or in a place that provides security.
Because as soon as your man, as soon as your significant other cries, you were like, girl, he over there crying. You're like, you know what I'm saying? No, you don't want that. You say you want your man to be emotional, whatever, but you don't want that. You don't want that, because then when it happens, you automatically think, is he going to protect me now? You know what I'm saying? Is he in the right state of mind? Is he going to cry about this thing? Is he going to do this or whatever? No, I don't want. You don't want that.
The masculine trait is stoicism.
Yes.
To control our emotions. Women.
I'm already a crybaby already. You know what I'm saying? I don't know my man to be good at crying. So he's like, what we gonna do? What we gonna do?
It's not designed that
way. God not designed it that way. He designed it for us to be that emotional. We're the emotional creatures that God made or whatever. He made the man to be, so he made him to be honorable. He made him to be that man that he can be all man. And then for us to be the emotional creatures, to take care of our kids, take care of our man, take care of whatever he wants us to do, whatever. That's what God intended it to be.
But I'm gonna try to give the young lady the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she just worded it wrong. I think what she meant to ask was, are you emotionally intelligent enough to open up to me and have the deep discussions?
Yes, that's
right?
I think that's what it was. Yeah,
you want to be able to let your partner in to where your mental space is, where your emotional space is, to know, for her to know what you deem as valuable emotionally. Yeah. Right? But you don't never want to appear weak or unstable. That's what it is. Yeah, I believe she wants to ask him, you know, are you okay with having those deep discussions to where we can bond on a deeper level? Yeah. But crying is never necessary for that. Crying helps no one. No. Literally, when you have a problem, the time that you spend crying could have been time you spent towards finding a solution. Yeah. Crying helps no one unless it's a grief process where someone died or something of that nature. Then crying serves its purpose. You have to purge that stuff and get it out of your system so you can move forward. But other than that, crying really serves no purpose. Yes. But let's hear. And shout out to him for having the intestinal fortitude to answer it that way and use the term intestinal fortitude.
Yes. And I think of solutions on how I could get over that obstacle. So for me to get to the point of crying, that's never going to happen. Or before I say never, it would rarely, like the chances are very slim. You know what I'm saying? But I would express to you like, hey, you know, babe, something going on with me right now. I'm not feeling, you know. Just in the time that we've been dealing with each other, you see me go through all types of never even seen me. Very driven, I'm very focused, and I know what I want. But at the same time, I have a partner. I like to see things through her eyes, through her vision, because believe it or not, I don't know everything. My woman might see something that I can't see. You know what I'm saying? So I value her input, her opinion, and her guidance as well.
Okay. So is it something that you're comfortable with if it were to happen to the point where
can you just hear what he said?
Compartmentalize it anymore?
No, of course she didn't hear what he said. But you know what? I want to take that time to pause it there for a second. Just to say this, not to say that men don't cry.
Oh yes.
You should never do it around your spouse or your lady.
Like yes.
Because and shout out to Myron Gaines for this one, because I heard this worded the way I'm about to word it by him. Shout out to him. He does great work doing God's work over there. But a woman doesn't understand the pressure a man faces day to day.
Yes.
Right? So crying to her would not help you solve anything because she can't give you a solution for something she doesn't face.
Yes.
So it would behoove you to cry to your best friend, your brother, your uncle, somebody who's facing the same struggle or at least knows what you're facing and can give you masculine advice to navigate through whatever situation you're in.
Yes.
A female cannot do that. And not saying that she doesn't have her own strength and her own powers,
but that's not.
right?
But that's not
something you don't do with your female.
Yeah.
That's something you do with your friends group, your support system outside of your relationship.
Yes.
But that's what.
Because that's something that I can't care. I can't help you with. That's something I can't help you with. You know, I can't help you with that because I'm not a male. I'm a female, so I can only give you what I can give you from that standpoint. But I don't want you. I don't know. Look. I'm crying over here.
Right.
I'm crying. Ain't no crying on
the crying in baseball.
Ain't no crying on the Couples Chronicles.
Point is in danger, then of course you gotta let it out. You know what I'm saying? Of course, yeah, you gotta let it out and kind of purge yourself of, you know what I'm saying, whatever, you know, that purge, whatever it is. Yeah, so yes, if it comes to that point where my mental health would be on the verge of breaking, I would definitely, you know, have that out more.
Okay.
Do you have any children and where do you live?
I don't have any kids, but I currently live in Dallas, Texas.
Okay. And are you okay with commuting to Florida?
Yeah, I love traveling.
Okay, perfect. Wonderful.
Okay, those are two wonderful ladies.
Okay,
Great responses. I know this one's going to be tough for you, but we do have to pop a balloon.
She popped her own balloon. She know. She might have missed the whole blessing, honey.
You end up popping your balloon.
Why you do that?
They'd be a beautiful pair for sure. So yeah.
Okay, block your own blessing. But if he's someone that's your type,
Yeah, I'm a sucker for African men. You're African, right?
We all are.
We're all from
Understandable.
Africa.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's giving African back. Yeah, it just seems like y'all would be such a beautiful.
It's
What is
African.
giving? What is giving? What is this giving? This generation, I'm understanding. I think I might be old. I think we're too old.
Is giving African? Is this some new slang that we're not aware of or something? Like, it's giving African. We gotta rewrite the Ebonics dictionary or something. I don't know. This is crazy.
It's giving. Okay.
It's giving African. Instead of saying, excuse me, I apologize for assuming.
Yeah. But are you African?
down back. With us. Scoot that way. I have to stand over here.
Oh God,
Right,
he
so
ended up with Waverly.
Before we determine
She seemed like she was wavering the whole time.
Ooh.
If you sell a bit, he might buy a bit.
Celibacy towards marriage or
Correct.
okay.
His face.
I mean, I'm a Christian man, so I respect that, and that's not a deal breaker for me because I have built up a emotional intelligence.
Now, shout out to him first of all. That is something that lets you know that he is dating intentionally.
Yes.
Because most men, that is a deal breaker.
Yes.
That I'm just being honest. Most men, that is a deal breaker, especially men of high status. He seems to have his stuff together. It looks like he's got a good career, good head on his shoulders, well groomed. Most men in that particular stratosphere.
Soon as she said that word, he would have said that. She gets pinned. Boop, boop.
So shout out to him for even, entertaining the question and answering her like an adult. But let's see where this goes.
I don't have any, I don't have any.
He doesn't seem too happy about it though.
Yeah, yes.
Celibacy
Yes,
while in a relationship.
yes, I am.
Okay. And was it successful?
If it was successful, he won't be here.
Sometimes it's not. I mean, God gives grace.
Yeah, so you're saying, have I practiced celibacy in a relationship and was it successful?
Yes. Were you successful in the celibacy?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
She popped the balloon.
I think it was the hesitation at the beginning about the celibacy, and then when you were explaining like your day-to-day like walk with the Lord, I think prayer is one aspect, but I'm also looking for someone who like incorporates like reading their Bible into that as well, because I think it can be hard to hear from God. Like, yes, we're praying, but it can be hard to hear from God if we're not also reading His Word. And that wasn't something that.
But you didn't even ask you didn't even ask them the question.
Okay, I respect that. I mean, I do read my Bible. It's just
L.
in the.
She didn't even ask the question. You had the opportunity to ask the question.
It slipped my mind. I'm not gonna remember every little thing, every little
No, that's
detail.
fair, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you would have asked me that, I would have, gracefully just answered and tell you, yes, I do read my Bible at some point during the day.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this time to say this right now. I don't think she's here for a man.
Unfortunately, but we
You don't
thank
think
you
so?
so much
Yeah.
for coming.
You think she was here for
I think she was here to get on the show and get some notoriety, because going through all that questioning and all of that to get up there and have a match and then pull that question out and just assume and pop your balloon. You didn't ask him.
But no, she had the
if he reads the
opportunity.
Bible, right?
Because when he said,
And even though you didn't like the way that he hesitated, it was because you caught him off guard with that question. When he elaborated and made sure that he clarified, is this what you're asking? And you said yes. He said, yes, I successfully completed a relationship while celibate.
But then you on this show, okay? So you guys are on this show, so therefore, it's the hesitation. Sometimes it's going to be there because, first of all, you on this national TV on this podcast, and people are watching you with it. So therefore, you have to think before you speak.
Yeah.
So there's there's going to be some hesitation. There's going to be some other things. So therefore, you had some nerves. But do you even come on? I give you up to you guys for first of all coming on this show, because I know I couldn't do it. But you didn't even ask. You had the opportunity to ask the question. Did you read your Bible? You could ask the question, because it was always presented to you, because you could have asked him that.
But she said she popped it because of the hesitation on the celibacy question, and then just added that in that he doesn't read the Bible. But you never asked him that.
Yeah. See,
and now there's more guys that come out after this. I'm interested to see if she finds a match, or if some other stuff happens along the way. Yeah. So maybe we'll review the rest of this video in another episode. Maybe we'll touch on something else. Yeah. We've seen a lot of things that we would like to dive into and touch on. Pause. But just for episode 1, we plan on giving you a lot more. We have a lot of ideas. We have a lot of stuff in store for you guys. Join us on this journey as we try to give you a couple's insight from a scriptural point of view, from a Gen X point of view, and from 2 people who have experienced love, loss, life, parenting, and just being grounded in faith, being immovable in your foundation, in your walk with Christ, and depending on him and knowing on the fact that your strength comes from the Most High. Yes. And, in that sense and in the spirit of that, we're going to try to help as many young people as we can, even older people who are stuck in certain mindsets that are not conducive to a healthy life for them. But make sure you follow us for this journey, man. We got a lot of stuff in mind. We're working on a few books. We're working on trying to get some guests to interview and talk possibly do some collabs with some other content creators
Yes.
and bring you guys so much possible ways to help you guys to bring back the nuclear family, because a nation is not a nation without families.
Without families.
And families are very important,
Mhm.
especially in our communities.
Yes.
So we've got to get back to bringing that love and sense of unity to the family unit.
I can't wait. This is episode 1, baby. Episode 1, but it's we got so much in store. I just can't wait for you guys just to come in, just hear our journey and how we got together, and this. But guys, it's gonna be so fun.
And none of this is scripted.
Yeah.
This is how you know that this is something we have a genuine passion for, because we don't have no cue cards.
Emotional.
This is just coming straight from the heart and whatever the Most High puts on us to speak about. So, just tune in, man.
Tune in.
Episode 1 has been chronicled.
Yes, that's been chronicled. It has been. But make sure you like, subscribe, and follow us, because also leave them comments. Let us know what you guys want to hear from us, what you guys want to talk to, what you want us to hear, what us want to talk about, because we're here for that. Because
send us videos you want us to react to. In the email.
You want to come and join us? You want to come and join us? Come and join us. We have to have that dialogue with us, because we're not here to be confrontational. We're not here to argue, anything like that. We're all about positivity. We might, we joke and laugh a lot or whatever, but we're really here focus on the Most High, to make sure you guys are focused on Him first, because He is the ruler of everything for us, and it should be the ruler of everything for you guys too, though. But so make sure you tune in.
Yeah. But until next time, man, we want to thank you guys. May the Most High be with you in all your endeavors. And you guys just have a good one. Stay loved up, stay prayed up. And we'll be back next week.